Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to a very special episode of CSGO News. As always, let's get right into it. And first off in today's CSGO News, we have Anomaly, the CSGO YouTuber and streamer I'm sure a lot of you guys know of. He came back from vacation just 2 days ago and was welcomed back by an in-game ban brought to him by Valve. Apparently he also came out and confirmed, do not worry guys, for any of you guys who thought he was cheating or hacking, he was not. It was simply an in-game ban brought to him by the Overwatch system. Someone did have no mercy and charged him with griefing, and Valve went ahead and actually processed that ban and gave him a 5-week in-game ban for griefing, which will last until August 20th. Now I highly doubt him being such a big YouTuber and streamer this will actually last that long. Hopefully you can contact support and get that within 5 weeks. So yes, it's an in-game ban, guys. Don't worry, that back ban on his account is actually from a long time ago. It was just a simple in-game ban for griefing. Also, we had other news revolving around Anomaly, who actually surpassed 1 million subscribers on YouTube quite a number of weeks ago. He finally got a package from YouTube expecting it to be his 1 million play button, and it turned out to be someone else by the name of Micus Official, and it wasn't even his own 1 million subscriber YouTube play button. So hopefully, if he contacts YouTube, he might get to keep this one and also get a second one for his actual channel. So that was some funny news revolving around Anomaly. And just as we announced the leave of Jason R from Splyce's roster last week, as well as Abe and Professor Chaos the week before that, it now seems that Splyce Gaming has verified and solidified their 5-man roster, and their first pickup is heavily ironic, and I say that because he's a former Mongols player known as Machine Gun. And why is that ironic? If you guys don't remember, for the MLG Columbus major not too long ago, obviously not the last major, the one before that, for MLG Columbus they had a last chance qualifier, and that team of Mongols, which Machine Gun was on, actually had a chance to play Vex Gaming to move on to MLG Columbus in that last chance qualifier and solidify that last spot in the tournament, but it was Splyce Gaming who replaced them, as that Mongols roster, including Machine Gun, couldn't make it due to visa issues. Now, Splyce Gaming replaced them, went on to beat Vex Gaming, and then went on to go actually compete in MLG Columbus. They didn't do too well, as you guys know. They didn't win a single game there, but it could have been Mongols in their place. Instead, they replaced Mongols. So heavily ironic here, they did pick up Machine Gun from that roster. We also did have them picking up Asilian, who had no problem leaving his old team, who was just, ex-SK. They formed their new team known as Team X just a week ago, and he had no trouble leaving them, as they also picked up Asilian. A very good pickup there. And then lastly, they also had a Lowlands Lion player known as Crucial to finish off their 5-man roster. So pretty cool there. They do have a 5-man roster. Very curious to see how these guys do in their next tournament. And speaking of Lowland Lions, if you guys remember 5 to 6 weeks ago, they took on Team Orbit, and they were a huge underdog in that best of 3 matchup. Lowland Lions actually took the series in Game 3 against Team Orbit. Now, apparently that Orbit roster has seen a huge lack of success ever since then, and Orbit organization decided to let go of their entire CSGO roster as of last night. Now, they'll be referred back to now. They'll be going back to their old Team Mortal Kombat tag name, and they'll be looking for another organization to play with. And again, it was kind of a typical response here as they announced this, as Orbit announced the relief of all these guys and their entire CSGO roster. All they simply said on the team's part as well as the organization's part, as in their goals did not align, they weren't going the same direction. So a typical response by this team and the organization. Very unfortunate for Team Orbit, but they will be still looking for a new organization to play with. And what was speculated on CSGO News over a week ago on this channel, guys, has now been confirmed, as Renegades did go ahead and pick up former Immunity Opera known as Ricky. If our inside source was correct, guys, we can now expect the next moves to be this. We can expect Team Immunity to kick player MoeCQ as well as their captain in-game leader James, and potentially pick up Australian player Offnu and APOC, as well as Renegades Opera Havoc. So we can expect these to come sometime soon. Thank you to my inside source. We leaked this news a long time ago, guys, but that's what we can expect next for Team Immunity to finish off their 5-man roster. And for anyone here for Eleague updates, we do have the last chance qualifier starting and ending this week, with the top 2 of the 8 teams participating in that, who will be joining the playoffs and quarterfinals beginning next Thursday on the 21st of July. And with this do come some brief roster updates, the first of which is Gambit Gaming's very own Splyce. Just like G2 RPK, he will be missing the last chance qualifier due to health issues. Now, we're not sure what Splyce's specific health issues are, although we do know RPK suffered from a perforated eardrum and actually can't travel with the team. So Splyce does have some sort of health issue, cannot play with the team. He'll be replaced by Team Spirit player known as Davkos, and standing in for him during Eleague, as well as CLG, who did confirm their 5-man roster. Will have PETA and Tarek on it. They will be staying for the team for Eleague. Afterwards, they will be remaining on the roster, but they will be actually going home and ending their contract while at home, not coaching, not playing for the team at all. So CLG also confirmed their 5-man roster, and those are the only Eleague updates for now. And very last in today's news, we have a big announcement coming from Mountain Dew, and also in partnership with ESL, we have the MDL, or the otherwise known as Mountain Dew League, coming out, which will represent basically being a qualifying league for teams who are looking to compete in ESL Pro League in the coming season. So after initially qualifying, almost any team can actually try and qualify for Mountain Dew League. They'll narrow that down to 24 teams to actually join the Mountain Dew League itself, and then over the course of that Mountain Dew League season, those 24 teams will be narrowed down to 8 teams who will qualify for a separate tournament, and they'll play it out for the top 2 teams to move on to qualify for the ESL Pro League. So of those 24 teams that qualify to make the Mountain Dew League, it'll be narrowed down to 8 teams. Those 8 teams will compete for 2 spots in ESL Pro League in the upcoming season, one of which must be a North American team, one of which must be a European team. So a really cool partnership here coming between Mountain Dew, MDL and ESL here to actually have a new qualifying route for people to actually qualify for the ESL Pro League. As always, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode of CSGO News. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm going right upstairs to my computer right now to edit this. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I love making making this episode. I will see you guys all tomorrow with a special giveaway video brought to you guys by CSGO Sweep, the biggest giveaway I've ever done on this channel. $500, also 5 knives. Cannot wait to do it. Very excited to announce it. Whoa, hello Jake. As always, live, love, laugh a lot. I will see you guys all tomorrow. You know what's coming. Goodbye!